What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, OTB Nation? Welcome into episode number 244 of the allegedly award-nominated, number 9 ranked NCAA and Shrek Rankings podcast, and of course, viewable on YouTube, Outside the Box podcast, the official Lacrosse podcast on the Underground Sports Philadelphia podcast network. It's KB, it's Deej coming at you from Underground Studios. We got some things to talk about tonight. It's still the off season a little bit, but we are inching that much closer to the NLL season being here. Got a few NLL signings that are big that Deej and I are going to talk about, break down, talk about their importance to those respective teams and those players. It's spooky season, so we've got another Drake Porter due review as we continue our off-season due reviews, because, once the NLL season gets here, we're going to have, 9 games a week to be breaking down. Not going to be a lot of time to be fitting due reviews in, so we're getting some big ones in now. PLL Day is this week, so we're going to give our predictions, our thoughts of what could happen on PLL Day, because it's always a wild day on the interwebs on October 22nd. And we got another Colin Squires top 5 for you guys as well. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at OTBLaxPod, Twitter, Instagram, at UndergroundPHI on Twitter and Instagram. Follow DJ on Twitter at SCS_NextGreat. Follow me at KBIZZL311. Check out the website, undergroundsportsphiladelphia.com. Subscribe to the podcast feed, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I know you guys listen. So subscribe. That way you get notifications when there's new episodes out. Subscribe to the podcast feed, Apple, Spotify. Leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. It helps more people find the show, helps more people get into listening to Outside the Box. And if you want to watch us and see DJ and I's beautiful faces each and every week, our beautiful bearded faces, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Just search Underground Sports Philadelphia on YouTube. We're on that road to 1K gauntlet challenge. DJ and I still haven't thought of our idea yet for what we will be doing when we hit 1K, but that's because we're conjuring up a absolutely ridiculous idea for when the time comes. Right now, status update, we're at 256 subscribers. I just said I recorded streamer season with Dylan tonight. When we hit 300, I'll be adding a new Funko Pop to one of the shelves over here. I'm going to be buying the Iron Throne Funko Pop from Game of Thrones, as I am almost done watching my very first Game of Thrones property show with House of the Dragon, so that'll be on there very, very soon. But get us to 1,000 subscribers, because once we get there, we can do even more dope shit for you guys, and it just helps us continue to grow as a company. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, smash that like button, ring the bell icon, comment down below about everything we're talking about on today's episode. Let us know how you're feeling. And of course, if we missed anything too, DJ and I are busy people. Sometimes we have things sift, through and get through the cracks and we miss it. So let us know in the comment section on YouTube. Shout out to our merch provider. Yeah, I said that. Our merch provider, OTB Merch, is on the way. It's coming very, very soon. But we have a new partner, Deej, and it is PHI Apparel Company. This episode of Outside the Box is brought to you in part by PHI Apparel Company. PHI Apparel Co. provides unique designs and high-quality clothing for the great fans of Philadelphia and Lacrosse as a whole. With their original designs for all, there's no doubt you'll stand out in the crowd. Let me tell you guys, when I texted DJ this today, he had no idea this was coming. He was caught off guard, and I'll get into more about everything with when merch is going to be coming and all that good stuff. But you guys can go to you guys can use our code Underground. The code is Underground. You get 10% off any apparel, any order with code Underground when you shop online at phiapparel.co. That's phiapparel.co and use code underground for 10% off. I have talked about it on all the pods that I've been on so far this week since we announced the partnership, and I'm so excited to be working with these guys. They align right with like our mindset of just like creating cool shit. They used to podcast back in the day before real life happened, and they had to get day jobs. They have kids now, so things had to be put on the back burner. But this is their new side project, and they're basically going to be our merch provider. We're going to be able to send them designs, logos, ideas, and everything, and it'll be on their storefront under Outside the Box, under Underground Sports Philadelphia, streamers, like all of our shows, merch will be on their website. They already have kick-ass merch to begin with on there if you're a Philly sports fan, for sure. But we're going to be bringing back some of the classic OTB shirts that a few years ago were available for you guys that I know a bunch of people purchased. The Newman Nukes hot sauce t-shirt, the Chef Rambo, Matt Rambo t-shirt, hoodies as well. We had the Ding Ding Lacrosse boxing glove shirt. We had, back in the day, we might have had a whole capsule of OTB logos in the color schemes of every NLL team. Might bring those back if you guys want them. I'm just super excited that merch is back for us now. I always said if we were going to bring it back, we were going to do it the right way. And when I got on a call with Tyler from PHI Apparel Co., it just felt like the perfect partnership there. And OTB merch is coming back. So save up your pennies, your nickels, your dimes, your quarters, and your dollars. Use code underground. You get 10% off. You save some of those coins in your pocket. And you get 10% off at phiapparel.co. And use that promo code. And support the boys. That merch, like, I think a lot of people misconstrue for, like, smaller podcast networks and podcasts in general how much of a long way merch sales can go. It'll really help DJ and I out a lot. Especially because, not all of our podcasts go on the road like DJ and I do. We are out on the road more than anybody else in the company right now. Covering games and stuff. So, like, if we can get merch sales going, you guys buy merch from us. Not saying you have to, but if you feel obligated to and you want to support us, this is going to be a direct way for you guys to support us, is to get the merch. Like, that'll go towards DJ and I being able to alleviate hotel costs, alleviate, travel costs, do some more dope-ass giveaways and shit like that. Like, I'm just so pumped, man.
Instead of alleviating, we are able to pay for a West Coast trip and do a Seattle or something like that, because it won't be uberly expensive. Well, it won't be uberly expensive out of our pocket. It'll be raised funds, so there's a lot of other things that can be done. Maybe we throw some crazy banger party for everybody to come do a live pod with us or something. I don't know. Like, money is powerful, man.
It goes a long way.
Not saying you got to give it to us, but
we know there's the loyal OTB listeners out there that have purchased merch in the past, have purchased, shirts that are specific or just, logos or whatever it may be. And, like, we're going to conjure up even cooler ideas now. Like, back when we had merch before, I didn't have DJ's creative brain alongside mine. We can conjure up some crazy shit to put on a shirt, and it'll be available for you guys to purchase. But I'm just so fucking excited that merch is back. And we're doing it the right way. It's a local, small business. So shout out to PHI Apparel Co. And hopefully you guys cop the merch. But go check out everything they have right now, too. And you can use our code on the stuff that's available now, and that goes towards helping us out as well. They got some kick-ass. They just partnered up with a cartoonist who drew the Philly Fanatic choking out Mr. Met. They have Swoop beating the shit out of the Dallas Cowboys mascot. And I heard through the grapevine, Deej, they got one that you might even cop. It's Gritty beating the shit out of the Pittsburgh Penguins mascot.
Now that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So there's gonna be there's some awesome stuff on there, especially if you're a Philly sports fan. But there's gonna be the Underground Sports Philadelphia Podcast Network as a whole is going to have our merch all on their website. So go check it out. Go support. Code Underground 10% off. Deej, got some big NLL signings this week. Two in particular that stood out. Obviously, the Matt Rambo one we talked about last week. It's now league official. There's actually three big ones. Saskatchewan, the Rush, they have signed one Mike Messenger to a 1-year agreement, so he's back with the Rush after a stellar debut PLL season. Mikey Mess is back with Saskatchewan. It's obviously huge. He's a franchise guy. He takes face-offs for them, and he's just all grit, all gas, no breaks. Mikey Mess is he's a Saskatchewan guy through and through, and it's just big time to get him back in the fold for the Rush.
Yeah, especially with them re-signing Kyle Rubish and a couple of the other moves that they've made this summer. You know, they are trying to go back to the old Rush that many people are used to seeing. We talked about them completely, you know, losing guys to retirement and dumping off saving face and rebuilding the franchise. And they kindly gave us the biggest middle finger and said,
we're just going to fire our coach instead.
We're going to fire our coach and sign a couple people and say that we're still contenders. So I'm intrigued to see how this works out, because I don't think there really was anything wrong with their roster last year. You look at it, especially if you look just clearly at names, like they match up and either match up very good or are better than a lot of other teams on paper. They just weren't getting it done on the field. So it's like, this could work out in a very good way. I'm just intrigued, but a good start is Mike Mess at the Stripe. That's definitely a place to start.
100%. And another good start, the very first draft pick in Panther City Lacrosse Club history has officially signed a 2-year contract. The one, the only producer of the Back of the Bird podcast, Jonathan Donville, has signed the dotted line. I can't tell you how excited I am to watch this Panther City team. They are right now one of my League Pass teams to be locked in on all fucking season. Donny signing on board with them is huge, you know, after having not played last year because of COVID year with college and everything, and he went back to school. Him coming into the fold with Patrick Dodds and, you know, just this young core that Panther City has assembled is it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And I'm excited to see TK get his hands on Donville and put him into this offense alongside Dodds and then be a ridiculous young 1-2 punch.
Yeah, and Dawson Feed. Oh my God, they're going to be so good together. I'm really excited to see. I mean, you know, we talked about them last year and how they were making that playoff push and they put a few wins together and how impressive their inaugural season is. What's even more impressive is like what the Wings did as an expansion team. Like, they were good their first year, but like their second and third years, they built off of what they had those first years and are now, making themselves a household name and becoming a perennial team. That's what I want to see with Panther City, and they definitely are making the moves in the front office and coaching wise to make that happen, which arguably is what a lot of people consider to be a lot of downfall and a lot of holdback of a lot of teams is front office and coaching. So for those two positions to be doing so well right now, you can only imagine that the play on field will follow. And then with the names that they're putting together, I don't really see it going wrong unless someone gets hurt. So, as obviously, God forbid, no one wants to see that happen. Want to see everybody play and be healthy.
Yeah, they're going to be so much fun. Like, I'm so excited to watch that team play this year. And I'm excited to see Jonathan Donville in the NLL. Like, his skill set is a match made in heaven for the box game. Like, a lot of people thought he was good in the amount of times he got to suit up for the Cannons this summer. Like, just wait till Jonathan Donville is playing box lacrosse alongside Patrick Dodds. Like, I have goosebumps literally just thinking about it. And that team is going to be a force in the West, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. The Bandits locked up their guy at the stripe too on a 1-year deal. Max Adler is back with the Buffalo Bandits. Obviously, that's huge for a number of reasons. Keeps the chaotic Bandits together. Adler really caught fire in the second half of the season and was a big reason Buffalo got to the championship game. Battled through a shit ton of injuries to get there. He's one of the guys, and he's a huge piece to that puzzle in Buffalo and why they've been so successful. So for Ads to be back on a 1-year deal with them, that's a big time pickup for them.
Yeah, I think he just continues to mesh into that group and really understand what it is to be a chaotic Bandit. He got a little glimpse of it last year and the time that he had, but like getting a full year under his belt, playing that NLL season, then turning around and playing the PLL season and understanding what those guys have gone through for the past couple of years really gives him that extra foot and that extra gather within the group. Like, he's really becoming one of the boys with them, which is really going to go far on field in terms of this NLL season. Little small things like we see it even though they don't play together in the NLL, or we see it with the Whipsnakes and Joseph Nardella and just the chemistry he has with them offensively. They can just tell out of the clamp, when he picks up the ground ball, where he's going to go, where they should go to, if he's going to pass, if he's going to shoot. Those things are starting to happen with Adler. You saw it out on the PLL field this year. We're going to see it out on the LL field pretty soon. So I'm excited to see him just actually have a full season under his belt and see if he makes a difference in terms of their fluidity throughout the year. I thought before he got there were times throughout the game where they struggled to keep the ball after face-offs, or they struggled to keep momentum because they didn't have a legit face-off guy.
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited for Ads to get another year in Buffalo as they go on another revenge tour in Buffalo. Some other signings too. Matthew Dinsdale back in Saskatchewan on a 1-year deal, and then Colorado signed Dylan Kinnear to a 2-year deal. Colorado's going to be loaded. I think, as much hype as San Diego is getting for being the Super Seals, as we've dubbed them, I don't think we're talking about Colorado enough as the defending champs with the moves they've made. Like, in my opinion, with the team chemistry they have coming off a championship, Colorado should be the favorite to win the West right now, in my opinion. And that's no slight at what San Diego did to assemble this super squad out there, but there's no team chemistry yet with the new guys coming in. Like, obviously you have the guys that are there from last year and everything, but you have old chemistry too with Dane Dobie, Wes, Berg, and Curtis Dixon, but it's a whole new ball game when you're playing with a multitude of players and everything like that. Obviously, Big Cat coming in too. I feel like people are just sleeping on Colorado, even though they just won a championship. Like, they're not talking about the moves they made enough.
Yeah, I definitely still have Colorado front runner, not just because they won the championship, but they re-signed everyone and then added to that. They did well in the draft. So some of those guys went on, especially Dylan Ward. He just won another championship. Like, dude's on top of the moon, and he's going back in the net for you. Like, you honestly couldn't have a goalie and a better mindset right now stepping in pipe than Dylan Ward. Like, they have so many good things going for them. It's kind of crazy to me that people aren't talking about, how good they're going to be and the fact that they could repeat. The only team out west that right now that I think, obviously outside of the Seals, but they're such a question mark in my opinion. They could be really good, or they could completely flop because of lack of chemistry. It's Calgary. Granted, they lose Curtis Dixon, but everyone else kind of just returned. They know each other. They play well together. If CDB has a good year in net, which he doesn't really have a bad one, they could be right back in that second, third, first place spot. We're talking about them, possibly being in the playoff or possibly being in the championship.
Yeah, I don't know how the playoffs are. I don't know if the playoffs are formatted the same way with the addition of Las Vegas. I think the West is just going to be even more ridiculous because Vegas is unbelievable on paper. Panther City got better. Vancouver, who knows what they'll be? Like they added more talent. I don't know if that's necessarily makes them better. San Diego is going to be a force. Colorado's going to be a force. Calgary is such a wild card that you don't know what's going to happen. The West is going to be crazy to follow along with. So is the East. NLL is right around the corner. I'm very excited. And while we wait for the NLL, Deej, let's dive into one of these things we've been doing for the past couple weeks. It is a Drake Porter Do review. Spooky season's here. We got these limited edition mystery flavor voodoos. This week we're doing the sugar-free version because it's not exactly Halloween week. That's when you whip out the sugar. But it is Voodoo sugar-free Mountain Dew mystery flavor. No idea what to expect. Apparently, from what I've minimally researched, they changed the mystery flavor every year.
They do got the year on here.
It does. It is dated. The branding is dope.
This 4 at the bottom, is this the 4th rendition of mystery flavor?
Where's that at? Also, your camera went so blurry from when you focused it on the...
It's right under the sugar.
Under the sugar. Oh.
You see it?
Yeah. I didn't notice that at first. It might be the 4th year they've done it.
We'll have to check the original Voodoo bottle.
Yeah.
And if that has a 4, then I would assume that's why.
Yeah. 100%. I have no clue what to expect from this flavor whatsoever. It is just a clear white. Looks like Glacier Cherry Gatorade. That's the vibe there. I have no idea what to expect from this. But sugar-free is always pretty blech to me from Mountain Dew because you get that weird aftertaste from the aspartame. Let's see if that's in here. It's a positive. I don't see aspartame in the ingredients. So that's a positive. But, Deej, you ready to get into 2022 limited edition Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Voodoo Mystery Flavor?
Yeah, I think it's going to be trash because it got 0 sugar in it.
Already little explosion there. Smells really good.
You said it smelled what?
It smells pretty good.
It smelled like
It smells a lot like Voltage.
Kinda, yeah. What if they just take a Mountain Dew flavor and make it white? Because I think that's what they do with Airheads for their mystery flavor.
It smells like that citrus flavor from Voltage. Here we go. I don't hate it.
I do. But I'll say this: I don't like it because it's zero sugar.
Yeah, I can already tell I'm gonna like the original more.
I think the original will taste very good.
But I don't hate. This is not the worst sugar-free Mountain Dew I've ever had.
You drink sugar-free Mountain Dews?
I've accidentally grabbed them.
Okay, I'm like, what's the point of getting a Mountain Dew?
No, I've accidentally grabbed them. Where you go and reach in the refrigerator at a Wawa or something, and they're all lined up, and somebody put one back in the wrong spot, and you grab it, and you don't look necessarily because you think you're grabbing two of the same. It's happened. Not my finest of moments. I've also done one where I was tasting a flavor. They only had the sugar-free kind. So I said, let's see if it's the same, and it was nowhere close. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Spark sugar-free almost got me a couple times.
The Major Melon got me. Major Melon sugar-free is horrific.
It's the cap color. Sugar-free is always black. I stay away from that shit.
Yeah.
That's how I be peeping. I don't want nothing with a black cap.
So.
Hey, that's kind of... Never mind.
Deej, your... Deej said, fuck the White Sox.
For real, man. Go Tigers, baby. I gotta drink this again, man. So I can
Same.
Give this an actual.
It's not terrible. Especially if you're trying to go that sugar-free route. Kind of has a lemonade taste to it. Like one of those artificial lemonade tastes.
Like a light sugared lemonade.
Yeah.
It really tastes like some white people. I am wild tonight, bro. My bad.
He wasn't talking about me, though.
Some Kool-Aid. I don't know what my problem is.
It's the off-season ha-has.
Nah, for real. You know what? I was writing an article today about DC Young Fly and Gary Owen coming to South Bend for the Thanksgiving comedy explosion.
You better take your ass there, too. DC Young Fly is the man.
Bro, I'm thinking about going. Bro, general admin tickets are only $43.
Oh, I'm there.
And man, I'm really thinking about going.
Yeah.
Flying.
I don't hate this. I don't hate that idea either. I don't hate this. I thought I was gonna be turned off by it. It's something that if you were trying to, you could drink the whole bottle of this, and I think it'd be fine. I think it's better than Code Red. I also personally think it's better than Livewire.
It's a smidge better. Real talk.
Do you need scores that you gave to some of the...
I think I gave Livewire a 6, right?
You gave Livewire 6.9. You gave Maui Burst, the pineapple one, a 7.8. You gave Baja Gold a 7.9. And you gave Code Red a 3. And obviously, Flamin' Hot was a 1.
Yeah, I would give this a 4.8. Just in between Livewire and Code Red. That's exactly where I would put it.
I feel like I need to lower my live wire score too, even though it's not that high for me.
I almost still feel like I need to lower it. 6.9's a little high.
Yeah, I gave mine a 7.1. I don't. I keep saying it, but it's true. I don't hate this.
It's just not great.
Like, would it be my first choice? No. But if I were given this, I wouldn't be upset.
And this is why Mountain Dew needs to sponsor us, because I need to stop spending $2 a bottle on this shit. But then again, I've only really had 2 that I didn't like in Livewire.
And we also have to take into account this is also going to be in the sugar-free scale as well.
That's true.
Is
sugar-free different? Is zero sugar and sugar-free really the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. They're interchangeable.
I don't know, man. Word mean a lot.
Well, the zero sugar Mountain Dew Voodoo. I'm going to give it a... On the sugar-free scale, I'm going to give it a 6.9. It's nice. It's not bad. It's also not... It doesn't feel, like, heavy. You know how, like, some Mountain Dew flavors, like, you feel bloated after you drink them. Like, this is, like, light, almost. And it's probably because it is sugar-free. But I don't hate this. I'm intrigued to see what the regular Voodoo tastes like. To kind of put this in perspective. But for the quick math at home, 6.9 plus 4.8, that's 11.7 divided by 2 is a 5.85, which in our book always rounds up. So sugar-free Voodoo gets a 5.9 on the scale. But also remember, this is the sugar-free scale, so it's a bit different. Which I think 5.9, that might end up being the highest sugar-free score we give. Because I know some of the other ones are complete and utter trash.
So are we going to put Mountain Dew Real Sugar on a scale by itself?
I think all the... Oh, you're talking about like the one that's like actual like sugar cane? I think we cross that bridge when we get there.
I saw that today, and I was like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think we cross that bridge when we get there.
I'll wash this down with a better one.
Spark it up. That's a Drake Porter 2 review. And shout out to our homies at Tomahawk Shades, because sometimes you need to have the hater shades on when you're drinking Mountain Dew. And Tomahawk Shades is the best place to go for your small batch eyewear that is the best in the game. TomahawkShades.com. Use code USP for 25% off your sunglasses, your Blue Light Plus glasses, hoodies, shirts, all Tomahawk branded, obviously. Code USP at checkout for 25% off your order at TomahawkShades.com. Deej, let's get into PLL Day predictions, which this segment will be brought to you by our friends over at Bino. They're dropping new boards every single week leading into the World Cup. The Team Mexico board drops, as you guys are listening to this, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It looks sick. It is Aztec themed. It looks incredible. You guys can go to binoboard.com, BINHOBOARD.com, and use code BINHOUSP, BINHOUSP, for 10% off your order. PLL Day is always wild. They always pull out shenanigans. Something tells me, Deej, we're going to get either a date announcement or the drop day is going to be like Saturday for the Topps cards. It's just going to be like, hey guys. But PLL Day, obviously the day to commemorate the PLL being founded. It's always wild. They're doing crazy shit right now, like design a jersey for your favorite team. There's a thing to see who's the most loyal fan base right now on the app. If you had to make some crazy predictions for PLL Day 2022, what do you think they could even have up their sleeves?
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
It's so tough because like there's really
I feel like we're going to get more limited edition jerseys.
those are probably go back on sale. Yeah.
Like they'll either re-release them or we'll get Championship Series jersey leaks.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. They're going to unveil championship jerseys. Chips series jerseys. I think they unveil those.
They could drop the
Maybe.
Water Dogs Championship jersey, like with the crest on the back with the crown.
I think they're going to drop the location possibly of a championship series. That would be a banger to slip.
You guys gotta buy merch. You gotta buy merch. You gotta buy merch. PHIapparel.co. That would be incredible. I would love that if that was to happen on Saturday.
That would be a crazy thing to drop.
I think we're gonna get a release date for the Topps cards. I feel like that's inevitable for that to happen, especially the way they've been teasing it lately on social.
I hope we get a release date real soon. Some Topps cards.
I'm trying to think, because there's been some extravagant things, obviously, on PLL Day in the past. I think I want to say they unveiled the new Cannons logo or something like that on a PLL Day when the Cannons were introduced. They've done some pretty crazy and wild shit. Maybe they'll release Championship Series full-blown format as well, how it'll all shake out and how it's going to be played. But I feel like there's so much that could happen on Saturday that we're just not thinking of right now that could actually happen.
No.
The PLL is so unpredictable that they could just drop the most absurd thing and we'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Literally, because I'm trying to think of what it could be. I
feel like one of these fan designed jerseys is gonna end up being made into a real jersey
very soon. What if they drop a sponsor, a collaboration with Sleeper?
Fantasy lacrosse, one way or another. I would love that.
They kind of already started a platform, but to give Sleeper kind of their idea and let them run with it would be pretty awesome.
So here's what the website has here. There's PLL Day contests. There's a PLL Day sweepstakes. You enter your email, type out your favorite memory from the 2022 season. You get automatically entered to win 4 tickets to the championship series. You get automatically entered to win 4 tickets to the 2023 championship game, courtesy of Ticketmaster. The fan base competition in the app, like we mentioned. And then best PLL Day video edit. You get a chance to win a $200 gift card to the PLL shop. It has to be the most creative 60-second or less edit that celebrates the league's 4-year anniversary. The design a jersey contest. Any team, any player, the best jersey design will get a champion prize pack. You tag champion and use hashtag PLL Day when posting to social media to submit the design. And then best fan photo from 2022. Show us your fan photos. Simply use hashtag PLL Day when submitting. So There's some cool contests going on for PLL Day. I guarantee the hype video, the video edit will be used one way or another, and I think the jersey somehow, some way will be created into a jersey for that team on a limited basis run.
Yeah, I'm excited to see when they start to incorporate those. I think they've gotten to the point to where they have enough like design jerseys, retro jerseys, and stuff. But I don't know if that'll happen this year. I think they're going to give Champion a chance to kind of come in and do their own thing first before they kind of dip into that. So I think we'll see Champion jersey. We might even see that. Even if it's just Championship Series, like these will be the whatever jerseys get unveiled next will be the first like champion design jerseys we see. So that's kind of something to look forward to.
Yeah. Plus, I love seeing all the stuff on social, like everybody's moments and their, stories and stuff for PLL Day. DJ, I think Zola from Marvel's trying to take over your webcam.
No way, really?
It's gone like super staticky. And
Does
like
it still look
laggy.
that way?
Yeah, you're in like
It doesn't look like that way over here.
yeah, you look like you're in like 180p and the P is for potato.
Because like it, literally on my side, it's so like moving perfect, shining bright.
Same on my camera too. Like, do I look fine on your end on my camera? Yeah, it was weird. Like, you started slowing down and like lagging and getting all.
I wonder if is that better?
I think you're coming back to life.
It might be the Wi-Fi.
Maybe.
Your Wi-Fi. Not even mine.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine says like perfect. Like I'm not getting the typical thing that I would get from my Wi-Fi.
Who knows?
So if you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing real life.
Yeah, my bad, y'all.
DJ's not getting abducted into a computer game.
I promise I'm not. I'm okay, y'all.
But we'll see what happens with PLL Day, and that'll bring us to Colin Squire's Top 5. It's brought to you by the homies over at Kenwood Beer, Philadelphia's favorite and best light beer. Go to kenwoodbeer.com, use that all-new and improved Kenny tracker to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia area. You got to be 21 or older to do so, and of course, please drink responsibly. It's the Colin Squire's Top 5 Haunted House Squad. To stay in the theme of spooky season, DJ and I are going to draft 5 lacrosse players each that we would want to attend a haunted house with. This is going to be hilarious. I can't wait to see who you decide on. I believe I have the first pick this go round because last week with the color schemes, you got the color scheme that's on your hat right now first overall. So number 1 pick is so obvious for me, at least. You gotta go with the one, the only Speed Boy. Trevor Baptiste is coming with me to the haunted house. The laugh of Trevor Baptiste alone when something hilarious or spooky happens, I need that on my squad. So I'm going to take Trevor Baptiste, number 1.
This one is solely off vibes, solely off being the boy, solely off me believing that he might have a slight fear of the dark / clown / monster, something of that sort. So it would be funny to see him jump and grab onto things, but Miles Jones. I'm sure we're gonna have a conversation about this at some point. He's gonna be like, "Yo, for real?" But like, yeah, I have a feeling he's scared of something, and it would be hilarious to have him cowering behind me at 6'4".
Your number 2 pick?
The boy Ian McKay.
You got me.
There's no way he's not funny walking through there. Him and his accent. Oh my god. Put it in the veins right now.
I need funny stupid as well. And not that he's stupid, but his humor is stupid, and I know he would laugh the entire time as well. And to partner him with Trevor's laugh would be hilarious. I gotta go with the boy, the one and only Chase Frazier. Chase in a haunted house just sounds like pure comedy to me. So I'm gonna go Chase, and then with my next pick, my third pick. I'm going to go Mikey Schlosser.
Okay. I like that.
Mikey in a haunted house just seems pure chaotic.
That would be insane.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Mikey with my third pick. Deej, your third and fourth picks.
Third and fourth, solely off the vibes and their energy, going to be... It would just be fun to see them interact in one, even if I couldn't be in there with them, if I could watch from the outside on some Impractical Jokers type thing where I'm just like watching from the camera on a
All
TV
right, now scare them.
yes, just scare them right now. Ryder and Jake, Ryder Garnsey and Jake Caraway, like just their energy.
You froze.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm back.
You froze at their energy.
Okay. So, yeah, their energy is just, oh, man, almost like contagious. Their energy is contagious, and it's just so up and boisterous, and they talk a lot of shit. So it would be funny to see them move around in a haunted house, see if, what would happen if you could scare Jake Caraway.
Very true. My next one, this is simply because he never shows emotion whenever we get a chance to talk to him. My number 4 pick is going to be Jeff Teat. I need to see what happens if Jeff Teat gets spooked or if something jumps out at him, he just stays completely composed. So I'm going to go Teeter. And then my number 5 pick. Oh, you know who I'm going to go number 5? I got to go with the boy, the big Doss. I'm going to go Paul Dawson, number 5. Paul Dawson's the security guard. He's the guy that if somebody jumps out too quick and tries to touch you, he's going to sock him right in the mouth. So I'm going to go Paul Dawson with my final pick. Deej, your last pick.
Oh, man. Austin Stotts.
That one's self-explanatory.
Right?
So, here's our top 5, which Deej, I've also been thinking. Top 5s are very saturated. A lot of people do top 5. Low-key been thinking about switching up the vibes to be a top 6 because it's different.
You said top 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for this one, but
moving
brainstorming because it makes sense for a lacrosse podcast to have a top 6 with 6s in the fold, and then it'd be Squire 6s. Let us know in the YouTube comment section if you want us to change it to a top 6.
Yeah, we don't even say Colin Squire's top 5. We don't say Colin Squire's top 6. We say Squire 6s.
Same thing.
I like that a lot.
So let us know in the YouTube comment section, yes or no, on a shift from top 5 to Squire 6s. DJ, any honorable mentions? I think Matt Gaudette would be in the haunted house, controlling all the bells and whistles, so I didn't include him. But I think an honorable mention that would be hilarious would be Connor Farrell. He would just yell right back at whoever jumped out to scare somebody. I also think Andy Towers would be fantastic in a haunted house.
Christian Del Bianco.
Yes.
Logan Schuss.
I almost said Logan as well.
Keegan Ball.
Okay. Mike Messenger would be hilarious. He's also very Paul Dawson-esque. He'd punch somebody in the mouth.
Paul Rabel? Question mark.
Jordan McIntosh. John Ranigan, because he would hug anybody that would come out of the haunted house. Just be like, here, you just need a hug, pal.
Graham. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. I think Graham Hossack might be also in the haunted house, dressed up as Bane.
But obviously he's like in every haunted house, so like I want to take him in one to see like, does he get scared or would they get scared of him?
You just be like, okay.
Literally, he's just like,
all right. Yeah.
And they're like, hey, yo, you got to get this man out of here.
he ain't got no soul.
Why his eyes black? Hey, bro, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of anybody else that comes to mind real quick. Matt Rambo would be hilarious in a haunted house. He would just tell everybody in the haunted house to bend the knee. Yeah. Fun stuff there. Let us know in the comment section on YouTube your haunted house squad. Lacrosse could be PLL, NLL, college, whatever. Let us know your haunted house squad in the comment section on YouTube. And let us know if you want us to change it from Colin Squire's top 5 to a Squire 6's. Because I think that might happen. So let us know if you think that's smart or if you think we're just dumb and we're overthinking it. DJ, any final thoughts? Another pretty quick off-season episode for the people. Not too much going on in the world of lacrosse just yet in terms of what we discuss. I know a lot of the fall ball stuff has been happening. I haven't really been able to pay too much attention to it simply because the Phils and the Birds are buzzing. The Union are buzzing. And our company's built on the foundation of Philadelphia sports. So things take precedent. But any final thoughts?
Nah, man, I've been paying close attention to the waiver wire. Just watching, seeing if any like super big names are coming up. So obviously I saw Rambo and Messenger. Because I'm still searching for a team. So I'm making sure none of my potential teams are making any drastic moves that would put them out of contention. Like, Halifax at the end of last year, the drastic moves they made really, really changed my mind on them. So that's kind of just been my only thing is watching that wire, seeing if I got to move any teams around. But everybody seems to be doing okay so far. So nothing's really changed.
Yeah, and like we said at the top of the show, we got merch now, guys. phiapparel.co is where the OTB merch will be in the very, very near future. And you guys will know when it drops because you can follow us on the socials at OTB Laxpod, Twitter, Instagram. Follow the network as well at Underground PHI because once we get to 3K followers on the main account, big giveaway is going down. I told Deej what part of the giveaway was tonight. Deej, it's big.
Huge.
So follow us at Underground PHI, Twitter and Instagram. Follow DJ on Twitter at SCS_NextGreat. Follow me at KBIZZL311. Subscribe to the podcast feed. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever the fuck you get your podcasts. Subscribe. Leave a 5-star review. It helps more people find the show. It helps us continue to grow. It helps people want to advertise with us so we can do really dope shit with you guys, and that's all we really want to do. And, of course, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. That's where you get full video episodes of OTB every single Friday morning. I know it's been a little delayed sometimes because sometimes I be crashing in the studio because I be tired. But, Deej, I'm on vacation now until November 1st from the day job. So,
Okay.
Full-blown focus now for the next week and a half or so is all on the pods. So, OTB, bright and early, 10 a.m. on the YouTube channel. Well, it'll be 7 a.m. really, but 10 a.m. is when we usually tweet it out for the people because we like to do it at a reasonable hour. But you get full video episodes on the YouTube channel. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, ring the bell icon, comment down below if we should change it to Squire Sixes, and let us know your thoughts on the NLL signings. If you've tried the sugar or the zero sugar voodoo, your PLL day predictions, anything in between, and help us get to 1K on YouTube and beyond. We're at 256 subscribers on YouTube, so keep that thing going. Shout out to the sponsees. All of their info is linked in the show notes on audio and in the description on YouTube. phiapparel.co, code underground, 10% off. That's where our merch will be. Merch is back. Be a friend, tell a friend. OTB merch is back. Deej, you're going to have OTB shirt for PLL season, which is hype. And probably
go.
NLL season.
Let's go. I've been bugging you about that since I hopped on.
Told you, we were only going to do it the right way, and we're doing it the right way. So shout out to the homies. But this has been episode number 244 of the allegedly award-nominated, allegedly number 9 ranked NCAA podcast and Shrek-ranked podcast, and, of course, viewable on YouTube. Outside the Box podcast, the official lacrosse podcast on the Underground Sports Philadelphia Podcast Network. For Deej, I'm KB. Till next week, which will be my birthday eve, we're getting the heck out of here. Peace.
Peace.